So I've had some kids that are confused about reading a ratio table, so I figured I'd make this short little video to understand a ratio table. So that's why I came up with the clever title, How to Understand a Ratio Table. So we look at relationships. In this case, we have a column for a column for green and a column for red. And remember, columns go vertically up and down, rows go across. Okay, so that will help us understand those pieces when we talk about things. So if I'm looking at the green compared to the red, I would say the ratio of green to red is 2 to 6. Now, if I wanted to find the value of the ratio, well, I scale that down. I divide these both by 2, and I get 1 to 3. So the value of the ratio is 1 to 3 if we need that. Don't know if we necessarily need that, but that's another step in there. All right, now I look, there we go, hit the pen. Let's pick a color, whatever under that word pen. Okay, it's like a nice bluish. So we have a couple of ways for ratio tables. Now we can look at it from row to row. So I can say 2. Well, can I multiply anything to get 3? I can, but it's not a whole number, so that won't work. So I can't look at a relationship going row to row to row. Now for some of them I might be able to, but not 2 to 3. Let's see what happens here. What if I look at my relationship from green to red? Well, 2, let's see if that works. 2 times 3 gives me 6. 3 times 3 gives me 9. 5 times 3, looks like our factor of change here is times 3. So that means I would say green times 3 gives me red. Okay, so I have 10 times 3, so that would mean x would equal 30 because 10 times 3. I applied my factor of change from green to red. I could also make this an equation. So if I say red, how do I find any value for red? Red, I take whatever is green and I multiply it by 3, my factor of change. Algebraically, let's see if I can roll that down a little here. Let's see. Will that work? No. A little. I just need a little. Did it. Perfect. What do you know? Figuring it out as I go. So algebraically, we say that R equals 3G. We're not talking about your wireless network. 3G. So that means anything for green, I multiply by 3 to find R. Okay, so that's one way we could look at our factor of change. So I'll say here it's times 3, my factor of change. All right, another way is if I only need to find, let's go with that pinkish, I'm looking for x. So I'm looking at, go back to my top and I say, well, how about here? 2 times what gives me 10? I could do that times 5. And I could apply that to here times 5. And I still, what do I get? 6 times 5 whoop, would give me 30. So that would mean x would equal 30. Same answer, just different ways of looking at it. Now your brain might see it differently either way, but that's the wonderful thing about ratio tables. So hopefully that helped you understand how to read a ratio table. And I don't know what else it could help you with, but there you go. Let's see if we could end this video in a timely manner. Oh man, my book almost fell off my desk. Oh, I'm recording in like a tiny little room.